strange. I feel like my FBI agent and my phone kind of perked up. Like I saw my phone light up when they mentioned the Taliban. Personally, I wouldn't join a terrorist organization because they don't have good benefits for me. You know what I mean? Right? Like, what are the health benefits like? Seems like there's a lot of turnover. You know what I mean? They don't take care of your family afterwards. It's not like a gang or anything. Right? And 72 versions sounds nice, but imagine hearing "What are we?" 72 times. It's not a good selling package. So my mom's a Capricorn, right? Now for the gays in the room, that just told them everything they need to know about my mom. Right? Now for the rest of you, that means she's cold and distant. My mom's very cold and distant. Like when I was a teen, she did that thing where she would like bust through my room, not say anything to me, but just like stare at me. Right? She just look at me. And then she'd scan the room for something to yell at me for. And when she couldn't find anything, she'd say, "Your trash can's upside down." And she'd leave. You know what I mean? It's fucking weird. So Alzheimer's runs in my family, so unfortunately my mom's probably gonna get Alzheimer's. And when she does, I'm putting her in a terrible home. Well, it's not a terrible home, but the home she gets in largely depends on her behavior. You know what I mean? Like each year I do a tally of her behavior, and then I'm gonna like add them all up at the end, and I'm gonna be like, that's gonna be the star quality of the home she gets put into. As it stands now, she's going into a 3-star facility, but with good behavior, I'm sure she can pull something up. No, because I love my mom, I'm gonna put her in a good home, right? But I am gonna pay the girls to be rude to her. You know what I mean? Right? Like my mom's a distinguished Southern belle, right? So things like yes ma'am, no ma'am, like really mean a lot to her. So I'm gonna pay them to explicitly say none of that shit. You know what I mean? Right? Call her by her first name. Hell, call her by any name. I don't care. Call her Susan, Sarah. Her name's Troy, but call her whatever the fuck you like. And then when I go to visit her, and she looks me in my eye, and she says, "Oh, honey, they're being so rude to me here." I'm gonna look right in her beautiful face. I'm gonna say, "Your trash can's upside down." And I'm gonna leave. And we're gonna do it all over the very next week. My parents are kind of homophobic, which is kind of crazy, right? Like they say like weird shit. Like my dad, I was on the phone with my dad, and he was like, "Dude, the shit I see on television is crazy now, right? Gays are just taking over cable television." Now, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, right? But I don't have cable. So I'm not seeing like any of the shit he's seeing, but I'd like to, right? I'd like to see the gay shit he's seeing and you know, assess whether or not it really is some gay shit he should be worried about. But it's weird, like my parents are so, I don't know, like if my mom were to see any adult woman dressing and behaving the way I behave, she'd be like, "That's a gay, that's a queer if I've ever seen one." But when she sees me, she's just like, "Oh, that's Madison." Like that's my beautiful morning sunshine, right? Right? And that tells me that there's nothing stronger than a mother's bias. You know? But I try to shield them from gay content, right? Like their brains just aren't developed enough for it, like to understand such complex subject. I'm like a parent with a book on Ruby Bridges. You know what I mean? I'm shielding them from this detrimental content. Like one time my mom wanted to watch Moonlight. And if you're not familiar with Moonlight, it's like Brokeback Mountain for gay black guys. Right? And so my mom suggested that me, her, and my grandma watch Moonlight. And I was like, well, why don't we watch something a little more family friendly, a little more fun, right? Like the Titanic, right? Roots. I'm a little, a little lighthearted, right? Silence of the Lambs or some shit. I don't know, the little heart can't take it. It's crazy, I was talking to my dad again, and he was telling me about how my cousin Terrell will never be shit as an adult because he doesn't have good role models, right? And he's like, all his mama does is drugs, his Uncle Ty sells drugs, and his Uncle Omar's gay. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. Only one of those people has like redeemable qualities. You know what I mean? Like imagine if like the worst thing you could say about me is I'm gay. You know what I mean? Like I have a 45-year-old brother, unwed with 6 kids, still pursuing a rap career. You know what I mean? Right? Like I'm 25, I have a college degree, gay. You know what I mean? I'll take it though. I'll take it because I feel like compared to my brother, right, I'm doing pretty good. Hell, compared to my dad, I think I'm doing even better. I have no gay kids. Thank you guys. This has been so fun. You guys have been great. Rose